Hello again, everyone. This is Larry at the Best saying, reminding you what you feel you attract, what you imagine you become, what you say you see, and what you hear influences the results you produce in your world. We are still talking about the destiny triggers, and specifically, we have been focusing on what you hear influences the results you produce in your world. During the past week, we talked about the art of accurate thinking. How do you know? Ask that question of yourself and of everyone before accepting anything as final. And as Neville said, never accept anything as final unless it lines up with reality as you desire it. And the way you ought to desire it should be based on Genesis chapter 1 and verse 31. Period. So, since what you hear influences the results you and I produce in our worlds, what have you been hearing? What have you been saying to yourself? Right now, before you started watching this episode, what were you saying to yourself? What are you hearing? You know how you can tell whether what you have been hearing is good for you or not? It is very simple. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel excited, enthusiastic, eager, and ready to go, ready to take positive, productive action toward your desires? Or better yet, do you know what your desires are? What are you aiming at? What is your objective for today? What is your objective for this week? What is your objective for this month? What has to happen in order for you to feel like, I am on track. My life is great. Everything is working wonderfully well for me. What is that goal? What is that objective? I'm going to remind you again of the quotation by Henry David Thoreau. If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life he has imagined, he or she will meet with success in uncommon hours. Okay, so my question to you is this. Are you advancing confidently in the direction of your dreams? What does that mean? That simply means you know that spirit is all. That simply means you know that the spirit which you are is not limited through which the organization or the environment in which it works. In other words, you don't have to see it to see it. What is your direction? Go, move confidently in the direction of that goal. And how are you going to do that? You're only going to be able to do that when you start paying attention to what you hear, what you feel, what you think, what you imagine. Remember, be careful what you hear, because with the measure you use in hearing, it will be measured to you. Give your full understanding and attention to hearing words that build you up, that encourage you, that inspire you, that motivate you. That's why we're told that in the Bible, the phrase, fear not, is repeated over 365 times. That is at least one for each day. You have nothing to fear but fear itself. If you are afraid, if you're anxious, if you're depressed, it's because of what you have been listening to. Change the channel. Change the dial tone and listen to what you want to hear. Remember, what you hear influences the results you produce in your world. So I'm going to wrap it up here. And be careful what you listen to. I will talk to you soon. And as my buddy Michelangelo said to me, left me a message saying, you too classic to say ciao, man. To say ciao. So guess what, Michelangelo? I say ciao because I'm just an old Italian guy. And ciao, especially to you, M.A. Okay, I'll talk to you guys.